Can you take us through the last few days and why you decided to skate now and how you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some good days here the last few, and was able to get on a bike and exercise a bit, and didn't have any symptoms doing that, but just was given the opportunity to skate. Doctor said I could give it a try and see how I feel, so did that today, and we'll see moving forward how it goes.
How long have you been symptom free?
Well, with exercise, yeah, a few days, yeah.
How do you feel right now?
Feel all right. I mean, it's kind of early. With these things, usually, I was kind of tended to get symptoms a little later on in the day and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Sid, do you have any thoughts on playing again this year?
I have no clue. I'm not thinking too far ahead as far as time frame. I just I want to get better. So this is, part of the way to do that, and just kind of taking that step and seeing how it goes.
Are you at ease with that's your situation and that's what you have to deal with, or has this been frustrating, excruciating, not being a part of it?
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating, but at the same time, when you go through all those things, I think the most important thing is that you just feel normal. That you're able to do things and work out and just do things that every day you're usually able to do as a hockey player. So, I realize that it's a process, but it's a step in the right direction. But it doesn't mean that today I won't have symptoms and have to kind of step back a bit. I mean, that can happen too. So I think I'm pretty realistic about everything.
Sid, what can you do as a regular person without working out? I mean, what are some of the limitations on TV, movies?
No, I mean, everyday things are pretty good now. I mean, if they weren't, I wouldn't have been jumping on a bike. So getting through days have been much better the last week or so, and that's all normal. But as far as being at exertion and going through that kind of stuff, that's we'll see how things go, and that's a little different than that. But we'll see how I respond today, and we'll kind of adjust accordingly, I guess.
Asham, I guess, said it was 6 days out for him before he started going. I think Tangredi was using roughly the same number. Is that where you were as well?
As far as
6 days symptom-free before you started working out again?
I couldn't even tell you how many days. I see the doctor pretty regularly, so I mean that's all up to them. I couldn't tell you how many days, but for them to be confident enough to tell me to jump on a bike or go on the ice, then I'm sure it was at least that. Basically normal.
Your concussion symptoms aside, I'm talking about in shape-wise.
Mm-hmm.
How far away do you feel? I mean, like as far as being in shape.
Let's just talk about getting out. I mean, that's impossible. I mean, I told you today it's progress, but it's not even. I mean, I'm nowhere close to where I need to be as far as in shape, or I'm not even going to talk about that. I mean, I just want to be able to get through that without getting a headache, let alone worry about where my conditioning is at. I mean, that's a whole new level.
So what are your impressions of the team without you and Evgeny and X number of other guys, and have you been involved at all, either talking to guys or talking to the coaches, anything like that?
I mean, I've been here every day, so I mean, I've been around the guys, and it's been pretty amazing to see the amount of character we have. I think, with all the adversity we've had, guys have really done an unbelievable job of just focusing on what they have to do out there, and have been resilient. And I think that's that's something that says a lot about our team. And I don't think I was surprised, but it's pretty unique to see a group of guys and what they've been through and the success that they're having. So I'm happy to see that, and for me, just being able to come here every day has been good, just to be around the guys. So yeah, I've been around, but helping, I don't know really if I've had to do that. I've just been happy to be around.
Sid, what did you do on the ice today, and how long were you out there?
I was out there for about 15 minutes. I didn't do much. I just kind of skated around. Nothing major. Stick handle pucks.
You said the GM meetings are in Tampa this week. Are you at all interested in those and what may transpire?
Yeah, I think everyone is. But that's up to them, and we'll see what happens. There's obviously a ton of talk with rule changes and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
Sid, what's it been like for you and your family having to deal with endless, ridiculous rumors and everything else that's been out there?
It's been all right. I mean, it's to be expected. It's probably harder for them than me. I mean, they hear about it a lot more than I do. I don't really pay attention to most of it. I'm probably used to it a little more than they are, but I think if anything, it just kind of let them know how I'm doing. I'm the best person to hear from as far as that is concerned, and it's something that kind of comes with the territory, but I don't think it's ever surprising, but it's definitely interesting to see what can be said and rumors and then things like that. I don't know where people even begin to even get that kind of stuff, but it's probably a little scary actually when you think about it.
Hey, Sid, I know before you, I think you indicated that you hadn't really talked to any other guys that have been through what you're going through now. Have you since talked to anybody? And if so, no?
No, I mean, it's I think everyone deals with it differently, and everyone's situation is different. I mean, concussions aren't, everyone doesn't have the exact same symptoms or, not the same. I mean, symptoms are the biggest thing, and I don't think you can ever compare symptoms. So, if anyone, I've talked to Jordan Leopold, who was here. He dealt with concussions a bit. I saw him when Buffalo was in town, but other than that, no, I haven't really reached out to anyone. I think you just kind of deal with it, the way you need to, and I think the kind of common message just to not rush it, and if your body's telling you something, listen to it. So that's basically what I've tried to do.
Sid, given Mark Savard's long recovery and also some of the issues in the NHL, or in the NFL, excuse me, how scary has this whole process been for you?
It's scary for sure. But I mean, there's thinking about it or dwelling on it isn't really gonna change anything. You've got to make sure, like I said, you listen to yourself and what's going on, and provide doctors and things like that the most information you can about how you feel, and trust them and what they're telling you is going to happen, and that's been the case. So everything's gone well that way, and it's a matter of time and just waiting for everything to feel better. But I mean, that's what you deal with injuries, and when it's your head, even more so. But it's been kind of a learning process that way, I guess.
Did you ever consider hanging them up, either from the standpoint of retirement or for this season?
No.
Does the league need to ban headshots? Any headshots?
It's a great question. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but it's more than just saying that. I mean, there's got to be, obviously some clarity, and everything's got to be looked at as far as how you do that. I mean, it's a pretty fast game, and there may be times where guys don't target the head, and they may come in contact with the head. So what do you do in that situation? So banning them would be, the easiest, I guess, and the safest route. But at the same time, there are times where, there is going to be, accidental contact, and how do you deal with that? That's something that they have to work out. But as far as targeting the head and hit, no matter if it's from the blind side or straight on, if someone targets the head, I think that should be banned. But when you're looking at accidental contact and stuff, well, that's going to be up to people making those disciplinary decisions, whether or not it was targeted and things like that. But that's kind of what needs to be talked about. But as far as deliberate headshots, I mean, you're not going to lose anything from the game if you take that away. I don't think you're going to lose anything at all. I mean, guys, if a guy has enough time to line someone up, and he's got enough time to decide whether he can hit him in the head or not, then I think that's pretty realistic. But it's whether or not it's intentional. Sometimes that's tough to really know when you're talking about a fast game like hockey. So that's something they have to discuss. But the easy answer is yes, but it's just finding out how to do it the right way so that you still have that physical element, but at the same time, the guys are a little bit safer too.
Thanks, Sidney. Thanks, guys.